Live from the Coin Center in downtown Portland, this is Coin 6 News. Watching out for you.
In just under 12 hours, Oregon will host our country's first views of the total solar eclipse.
Got plenty of time. We came early. Hopefully we'll get there before 9:06 tomorrow.
The rush to get in place and claim your view. Welcome to Coin 6 News. I'm Anna Canzano. It is the moment we'll remember for a lifetime. Where were you for the 2017 eclipse? We have Coin 6 crews all across the path of totality, from the coast to the valley to central Oregon. Let's begin with Jennifer Dowling. Jennifer, today was a big travel day for people on wheels and by air.
That's right, Anna. We're at PDX and people are flying in as we speak. Now, some of the folks that we talked to are from out of state. However, most are locals flying home to catch it.
I can't wait. I signed up to do the NASA data collection. And
Cheryl Goldberg flew into PDX from New York to watch the big event with only about 14 hours to spare.
I'm a science teacher back in New York, and I want to be able to tell my students about this great experience.
She bought a bus ticket to travel to the path of totality outside the city, but was afraid she'd miss her flight back.
I decided that I'd rather watch with my friends in Portland. So 99% is going to have to be good enough for me.
No, I wanted to fly in actually Friday or even Saturday, but the cost of the flights are so outrageous.
Jamie Henderson of Chicago is braving the last-minute rush to totality tomorrow morning with a friend.
Even if there's going to be some traffic, I said we can just stop off the side of the road. As long as I have donuts and coffee, I'm fine. Yeah.
This couple from Arizona is staying with family in Lebanon tonight.
So we're on our way to get our rental car. We've had a reservation for a while.
By far the majority flying in are Oregonians returning home just in time.
I was out of town, but then came back. We're heading down to Salem tonight.
I live in Sublimity, so I'm going home.
Tess Morrison lives in the path of totality and is hosting a viewing party with friends. For those thinking of driving tomorrow,
I do not advise that.
Still, for those we talk to, last minute is better than missing out.
So I just think it's a neat thing to be a part of, and it'll probably not happen again in my lifetime. So
looking forward to be part of something that's bigger than the universe, or that's as big as the universe.
We talked to one woman yesterday who had flown in on Saturday. She said she was driving to Wilsonville tomorrow. That's a popular spot. And then was going to try to get back here to PDX to make her flight at 3 p.m. on Monday. We think that's going to be cutting it very close. We talked to other people. Most say they're leaving Portland at around 5 a.m. to try to drive to that path of totality. So that is going to be a very busy time on the roads, especially I-5. Back to you.
Absolutely. I-5 is going to be a mess. And on that note, let's bring in Claire Anderson with a look at current traffic conditions. Claire, the areas that we are expecting to see backups tomorrow morning are those freeways.
Exactly. And we were talking earlier about how much people will be on the road tomorrow morning and how much traffic there really will be. So I do want to talk about this. I think a lot of traffic will be on I-5 southbound heading to Salem into totality. Also heading along the 101 between Tillamook down to Newport and Lincoln City. Traveling between Newport and Lebanon all the way out towards the Madras area, you're going to see a lot of traffic. Now, if you are heading to the Madras area, just expect a complete slowing, because not only are people going to see the eclipse, they'll be coming home. So that will be a whole nother issue. Coming up, we'll look at your complete eclipse forecast in just a bit.
All right, Claire, thank you. Traffic especially picked up in Madras today as 200,000 people traveled to the prime viewing spot in the state. It's normally a town of 6,000. As Jennifer Hoff tells us, drivers were predicting a 5-hour wait to reach their campsites.
Behind the long line of traffic, a longing look at the daunting wait ahead.
Looks like we might have another hour to go. Or more.
I was going to say, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I've heard 2 to 3. The standstill started after noon and showed no signs of letting up.
I got plenty of time. We came early. Hopefully we'll get there before 9:06 tomorrow.
The tired travelers trying to reach Solar Town, the camp with 5,000 sites and some 20,000 people off Highway 26. The National Guardsmen, the only ones seemingly on the move, but it didn't put too much of a damper on the biggest event in town.
It's totally worth it. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm about almost 25. I mean, next time I'm gonna get a chance to see this is when I'm 40. I think it's worth it. It's worth the wait.
The good mood, good to see from people who were mostly planning on staying just one day, but tomorrow all eyes will be on the solar eclipse and no doubt watching to see if traffic will be just as bad when everyone tries to leave. Reporting in Madras, Jennifer Hoff, Coin TV.
And one spot just on the edge of totality is Linfield College in McMinnville. Our Jeff Gianola is live on campus there tonight. Jeff, you're hearing that because of where Linfield sits, it may actually be the perfect spot in some respects.
That's right, Anna. We're on the commencement grounds right in front of historic Pioneer Hall on the campus of Linfield in the heart of McMinnville. As you mentioned, McMinnville is in the path of totality, but it's right on the edge. You go a few miles to the north, and it's only 99%. But because we're right on the edge of totality, because we're 100% totality but on the edge, there's many astronomers who say the solar flare that you see during the total eclipse is much more spectacular when you're right on the edge in totality. So there's some astronomers who have traveled here specifically because of that. Now, earlier in the day, we were in downtown, and it really started to fill up downtown McMinnville. The shop owners are loving it. The restaurants are all packed. It's absolutely an incredible boom to business. And you'll be surprised by the distance that some of these people came to be here to witness the eclipse.
I'm from Seattle, and I'm here for the eclipse.
California, near San Francisco. We came to see the eclipse. Yeah, so we wanted to get somewhere where we could get totality.
We're both from San Diego.
And you came up here for the eclipse?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Tomorrow's my birthday, and I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate it.
We're going to be out on the deck, and we're going to have finger food and wines and enjoy the view.
I do have to admit a lot of people came here not only for the eclipse to McMinnville, but to enjoy the wine afterwards and during. And it's going to appear, the sun, during the eclipse, right above Pioneer Hall. What a fantastic setting. And I think, Anna, we all have to remember to simply stop, put our cameras down, and enjoy the eclipse. Take it all in. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event. You want to be in the moment, and I don't think that's the time to be taking a selfie with it. Enjoy it, because you'll never have that opportunity again. You can take a lot of pictures afterwards, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, we'll be out here tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Yeah, those selfies just won't turn out like you think they will. That eclipse will not be so impressive in the photo, so enjoy the moment. Good advice there from Jeff Gianola in McMinnville. Jeff, thanks for being there tonight. Let's talk with Claire Anderson again about the conditions. For example, at the coast, is it a gamble for anyone that's getting up early tomorrow and thinking of heading out there tomorrow?
It is. You know, I think the further inland you go, you'll see better conditions. But if you're going to be right along the beach, you definitely have the conditions where we could see some morning marine layer. If you are in the valley area like Salem, up and down the I-5 corridor, mostly clear skies, mild temperatures. Madras area again, I think that will be the best spot, one of the best spots, sunny and warm conditions with light winds. But coming up in just a bit, I'll break down what will be seen here in the Portland area for those staying put and what we could see for the rest of the work week.
Timing is so key. Claire, thank you. Now to Salem, which is expecting a surge of 500,000 people tomorrow morning. It's the first big town in the path of totality, and wine country is gearing up too. Our Tim Becker reports from the Valley.
At the LB Day Amphitheater here, every one of these seats is expected to be full. We're talking over 8,500 people for the OMSI viewing party. Just one of several events in the Salem area that are drawing mass viewers.
Lots of people in a cool eclipse.
That is why they're here, and Salem is welcoming everyone with open arms. All 93 city parks open to free camping. Had just under 450 settled in by early this morning, and no one we met today traveled farther than an exchange student named Juli from Colombia, South America.
Her parents wanted to get her up here as quick as possible so she could experience the eclipse.
¿Estás aquí para mirar a la
Eclipse solar.
At the Capitol building,
he lost his eye in the last eclipse.
Free viewing glasses, 1,000 handed out today, and 1,000 more will be up for grabs, one per person, starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Several miles west of the city,
this is my brainchild.
Eola Hills Winery and their special Eclipse Pinot Noir release is gearing up for more than 1,200 Eclipse viewers in their vineyard tomorrow morning, and for another 800 plus for a concert tonight.
Unbelievable venue. What we like most about this event is that people who have never been here before, have never heard of this, walk into something that's this close by and go, wow.
Back here at the fairgrounds, final touches going up inside the LB Day Amphitheater, where every one of these seats is expected to be filled for OMSI's viewing party.
There are a majority of people who have never seen anything like this before, and they want to see it. And so after tomorrow is going to be a day that everybody will remember where they were, what they were doing.
I found out today that you can actually take off your glasses if you're in the path of totality, but only for that moment of totality. We'll be here tomorrow to share it with you. In Salem, Tim Becker, KOIN 6 News.
Be sure to tune in to KOIN 6 News tomorrow morning. We'll have a full day of eclipse coverage starting bright and early at a special time, 4 a.m. with KOIN 6 News this morning. At 7 a.m., CBS News will have coverage until 9, and then join us for a KOIN 6 special report with our various crews from 9 through 11. We have much more news ahead still. A U.S. Navy warship colliding with a tanker today. There are missing American sailors. We'll tell you about the rescue effort underway. Plus, just how far have people traveled to witness this eclipse in Oregon? We'll head back to Madras for their stories. And did you know that you can see 4 planets tomorrow when the sky goes dark? Where to look in relation to the eclipse? Stay with us.